ahead. Well, I just want to say that it's a tall task. It's not an easy one because we are in an environment with a lot of human capital. This Benue South Senatorial District rank top when it comes to human capital. Personalities we have are equal to none when you place them. Is he in the legal profession? Is he in business profession? Is he in academic profession? All of these prowess in whatever area you can think, the Benue South people are highly envied when it comes to that. But how much of advantage we take of all these resources we have? It is not possible to have this quality of persons work together. It is only possible if, quote, the leader, the political leader of the zone is one that have respect for all these individuals with their enormous capacity. It comes that way. The fact that you are a political leader does not make you, in quote, a leader of yourself alone. You are a servant leader. You must yield to superior opinion of the people you are leading. That is lacking. I'm going to, by the grace of God, when elected as a senator of this zone, I will have the opportunity of appealing to the conscience of all these great minds we have from this zone. Let us come together. You first of all, you see, for you to be exalted, you need to be humble. You earn exaltation by your being humble. We don't have a political leader that is humble enough to go to everybody and earn their trust. You know, for you to be a leader, the burden of responsibility is that you must earn the trust of your followers. We don't have that in the Senate of our area. How many times do we come together? And the moment you become a senator, you are no longer a senator for your party. You are a senator for the zone. Yes, you must define some line in terms of partisanship. But overall, your leadership is for the people of the zone. And that, of course, is what I am going to do. I'll bring everybody on board by the grace of God. In the first year of my assuming that office as a senator of Benue South, you will obviously see cohesion of the leaders of this zone coming together. It's the first thing to work on. Wherever we are coming from, we need to come together and agree. But that center is not there. And that's why you seem to say, yes, everybody is scattered, everybody think of his own. You can't lead independent of your followers. You must lead, carry your followers along. That is the only way you can go far. The first thing to look at is to have leadership of inclusivity. You bring everybody on board. Everybody must come on board. Give respect to the elders. Give respect to whom respect is due. Then, of course, I will take time to go around. Look at, I represented Otukpo in the federal constituency. Till today, just go around. Of course, you are going to take a tour of where I served when I was in the House of Rep. and then you see what I've done. That alone will tell you what I will do when given this higher responsibility and with a higher office. I will definitely work towards the yearnings of the people. You know, being a senator, you don't have a particular post that which you will use. The post you have is that ability to influence the need of your constituents in the budgetary. In the budget. How you do it is not rocket science. Some people, some persons who took over from me, they were humble enough, one of them or two, to ask me, what were the magic you were doing when you were in the House of Rep? That you were doing all this. I was the one who introduced that a House of Rep can build schools, can build hospital, can do this car donation I started it in this zone. The records are there. All of these were money appropriated by the federal government by dint of my hard work, commitment to lobbying the federal government to give me what is due my people. When I was in the House of Rep, my constituency, my zonal intervention, as you call it, was not up to 200 million. Even 100 million. We were between 60, 70 million. Zonal intervention. Today, the zonal intervention of House of Rep is 1 billion at least. The senator has over 3 billion to be able to walk around based on the need of your people. This money are not money in their pockets. But a leader with a political will to deliver to his people will only sit down with his people, identify their needs, prioritize it, and know that's where leadership comes to play. If all these needs are attained, please, let's do this now, this year, let's do this. You go to other places, filling those areas based on the importance of those needs. You can only achieve this if you are working with the people. You don't just sit down in the office, okay, this go here, this go here. I'll tell you what they do. Why I went to Igede the other day, I tell them that representatives lies to their people. Some of them even say they use their money to do. No. Now, this zonal intervention, instead of you to address it and appropriate it according to the needs of your people, they only pile it and wait perhaps maybe once in a year or towards election and go and buy sewing machines, grinding machine. All of that is good. All of that is good. They call it empowerment. You can't only people will not live only by empowerment. You empowerment roads, people, the local people, okay, like the people, how they manage to bring their crops to town is a problem. Let me give you an example. Here in Otukpo, I sat down one day in the course of communicating, interacting with constituents in their areas. There is a community we have, and if you know, you may not know Otukpo. If you know Otukpo, you see Emichi, Amla, all of that. You see people from Emichi, all of that, who come from there to go to school in Otukpo. Now see, we looked at it. Why don't you put a school, bridge the gap, which people will move all the way from this place to come to Otukpo to come to school? You see, it took my intervention to say, no, put school here, reduce the distance. Children move from here to come to access education in Otubicho. Did you see? These are leadership you can get when you interact with your people. Not to just say, okay, you have 5 schools to distribute. You just distribute it randomly, or you just look at your community and put it because this committee is your community. Did you see? That is it. Look at I came from Otuko. I do schools in Alapa, Otobi, Asa. Go down this way. I come from Akpegede. Well, the only thing I did in Akpegede at the time was, as a Catholic, there was no church there. I did before I came into the House of Rep. That I did before I came into the House of Rep, by the grace of God. Now, you must be selfless as a leader. I didn't consider, yes, why don't I put all these things back in my village or whatever? Because I know I am representing the people. Go to Adankali, Onyagede, Awume. One of the hospital projects is in Awume. And all know. So, go to Chobu. Go to all those places that form my federal constituencies at the time I was in the House of Rep. You see one project or the other according to the need of the constituents. So I took time to know what needs are there, how to address them, and how effective it will be to the community. So this is one way to do things that will be different from the present leadership of the Senate in my area. When you talk about secret of popularity, it comes from various angles. First, your personality, the type of personality you wear will earn you respect. Then, of course, your position in the society. I want to say that not only when I was in the House of Rep, before I went to the House of Rep, I have been a man of the people. I rather say I am a philanthropist. When I come home, I try to reach people, reach the needs of the people around me. Because I believe in one philosophy that if you live in the glass house alone, while others around you, the houses around you, are either thatched or most of them are living in penury. I consider it unintelligent approach to life, because you can't live alone in a glass house. So you're relating with everybody around you makes you who you are. Little do I know that relating with people, giving the little I can give to people when I was not in politics, little do I know that this will earn me my political position today. I can only say that. And when I was opportune to go to the House of Rep, I was the one who came back to tell my people that there is money in National Assembly. I told them, as at then, the leadership of PDP that here was dominated with, they wanted to kill me. But thank God, God delivered me. That I've come to expose them. That's why when you go to my community, if you go to the village now, because when you say NASS in Alapa, they say Ijeyobo, Ijeyobo. I know that Ijeyobo. And that's true. That's why in the next election, I was just literally rigged out. I won the election, they cancelled it. You know, PDP had the power of rigging. Then, I wonder how they feel now. They never saw the future. That opposition that I advocated for alone has turned out to be the government of the day, the ruling party of the day. And that brings me to the point where, unfortunately, this is NASS in Alapa that is synonymous to the opposition of our state. He's known for, he's the one standing in the image of opposition. In the House of Rep back here. In fact, when I was in the House of Rep, I was like the senator representing this zone because everybody comes to my office. You can investigate this. Investigate it. Everybody comes to my office. Because I expose the National Assembly. That the National Assembly can influence projects that will be of benefit to the people. It was when I went there, people now knew, so there is money in National Assembly. Before my time, they used to tell, PDP. Of course, you know the slogan of PDP. Papa deceive Pekin. So it was clear. That's what they do. So when I had the opportunity, I exposed them. In order to win the heart of the people, and of course, to demonstrate the character in me is telling the truth. Opening my heart. Then you tell you, say, let's not lap about pepe, ula about pepe, na about pepe. That's your hands are open. That's what I did. And everybody took it from there. Oh, Nesna Lapa. There is no equal to Nesna Lapa. It's surprising that Nesna Lapa want to go to the Senate. Most of the people that are contesting this Senate now are the persons I call political nomads. They move from one political party to the other. In fact, this Senate I'm looking for, I don't see, there's no reason why anybody should come and contest with me. Of all of them, all of us aspiring to go to the Senate from my party now, I think I am the one that deserves to go. It is my turn. Everything is done by turn. It is my turn. I expect that. They should reason with me, given my years of experience, given my, political sagacity, given the pain I've gone through. This experience will help. It's not about just coming to be a senator. You understand? If I were given the chance once, I would have won the election because the people are with me. Among us aspiring now, some of us have aspired once or twice or thrice or so. But Nesna Lapa have never been given the chance of a ticket because all of them know that once you give Nesna Lapa the ticket, by the grace of God, he will be there. And I will do the needful. I will do what is expected of me as a senator representing Zone C. So I'm going to do a whole lot of things different from what is happening now. That is true. Even the state government, the governor of the state will know that yes, there is a senator representing Zone C. Factor first is that, let me tell you one. I support the governor. I will support the governor. I shall support the governor. Governor Hassan Yomen Alia. I will support him. I will always support him. Thank God, my judgment to support him is not far from the fact that I've seen in him a man who has political will. Though not a politician, but he has political will to deliver. My brother Whiskey, you will know. Take the history of Benue State from Aperaku to where we are today. Just check. After Aperaku, I think we had Adasu. After Adasu, we now had Akume. Yes, we had Akume. After Akume, we have Suswan. After Suswan, we have Oton in this state. Now, let's look at it from a logical point of view. All of these governors that have served in the past, they've done, everybody will do his best based on what you set as your priority. What captured my interest in this present governor, Governor Hyacinth Alia, apart from the fact that he's a reverend father, I'm a Catholic, and I'm a traditional Catholic. And as a traditional Catholic, once you see a reverend father, we believe that a reverend father, in the line of the supremacy of the Pope, is infallible. That's our faith. And that's my faith. And I stand on it. To God be the glory. This is a governor who decided and deliberately took the part of human resources, developing human capital, giving relief to the human beings created by God. Before his emergence, pensioners were dying, civil servants were dying, untimely death. There was a case of untimely death in Benue State. Because one thing that keeps one alive is hope. All of this previous government had their priorities. But this man, first of all, he said, I am a governor. I will give hope to the people. The hope to the people is survival of the people. Once a father survives, his family survives. Salaries were paid as at when due, even before the time. Pensioners were paid. Arrears were being paid. What is the magic this man is doing without borrowing? We were in this state. We remember the era of Paris Club distribution. Huge sums of money distributed. Yet salaries are not paid. Salaries are owed 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. One of the things that endeared him to me is humanity. The spirit of humanity as a governor. See? Then beyond that again, he took the bull by the horn. Infrastructural decay. Is it that Benue State? I don't know. Benue State is in the ranking. Benue State is better than Ebonyi State. Benue State in terms of federal allocation. Go to Ebonyi State. That was before Fadalia came. So Fadalia came and took the challenge. Is Benue State the most backward state? The answer is no. It's about the leadership. He confronted that monster. He confronted the monster. Any monster that will not allow Benue to progress, he confronted the monster. The monster of no development, he confronted it and started embarking on development. Look at his developmental stride, for God's sake. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Again, he's doing it under 2 years. We are seeing a total turnaround in Benue State. For God's sake, every right-thinking human being should support Governor Hyacinth Alia now. Every right-thinking human being should support. Anybody who is not supporting Governor Hyacinth Alia, I wouldn't know how to classify the person in the range of human being. But I believe that every right-thinking person should support Governor Hyacinth Alia. Because the step he has shown, that step will lead us to greater heights in Benue State. We are talking of, he has only started development, infrastructure. And he's taking a step to go into agrarian areas, agrarian opportunities of the state. Imagine when that comes up. I say, he's not a politician, but he has political will to deliver to the people. It's the more reason why I will support him. I will support him and I will support him. And I'll keep supporting him. I don't care whose odds it's got. I can tell you that whiskey, election winning is about the people. Okay, look at the critics of the governor. What are they criticizing? If you want to criticize a governor, you understand? You criticize with points, objective points. What are his critics saying? They are not saying anything about, okay, this road is not done, or this is not done, or this is not done, in order to, just suppose what is not done and with what is done. The critics who have no reason, they are not saying anything. They are only just saying what is not printable, what is not there, what you cannot find in any Google. Be it human Google or scientific Google, you can't find the things they say about Father Alia. He's doing this. He's not there. Criticize him on what he has not done. Is there any road he has not done? Say this road he didn't do it. Okay, for instance, I come from Zone C. In his little intervention, he has intervened in this zone. Look at roads. Okay, just yesterday, the deputy governor flagged off roads in my own very local government, Otukpo here. I was there. So also in all the local governments, my brother, is it just to give a dog a name and hang the dog? I wonder. People of Benue State should reason. We should reason. Are we cursed? Why are we rising against a sense? A political sense in the sense that he is doing what no politician in his ranking has done. For me, I am an objective person. I go straight to the point. That's why each time I have opportunity to speak, I speak. I say, Father Alia is the leader of the state. And a good politician, you must be a good follower when you have a leadership, is to support the leader to do well. Most of the leaders that don't do well are those who follow him. Rather than speaking to the truth to the leadership, they rather throw a part of interest. So we have in Father Alia the spirit to deliver. And he is exemplified all manners. You can see the evidence on ground. So I want to believe that those who think he's not going for second term, they are just joking. They are just joking. They can just keep their words to themselves. The dare don't come and tell people of Benue that Father Alia will not go second term. Come on, where are you coming from to come and tell them that? A man who has been surviving, the man who has given hope, the man who has restored hope to the common man on the street. You come and tell them, Father Alia will not go back. You come and go.